My name is JOVENCHI and welcome to my channel.
So you probably clicked this video because you either want to go to Cape Town, you've done your research, and Cape Town looks extremely expensive. So in this video and in this channel, we're all about traveling on a budget, and in this video I'll be breaking down to you on how you can save your money, save some of your coins by traveling cheap in Cape Town. I'm going to be covering what's the best season to go, things for free that you can do in Cape Town or under a certain amount, but also accommodation, transportation, food, and everything that involves during your stay in Cape Town. So if this is what you are looking for, you're in the right place. My name is JOVENCHI if you're a new subscriber. But if you're returning, what's up? Karibu sana to my channel. My name is JOVENCHI K. Let's dive in. The first thing I'm going to cover is the season and what's the best time to go or the best month of the year to go in Cape Town. So basically the cheapest months are supposed to be June, July, August because that's the winter in Cape Town. But as well, you don't really want to go there if you're not very familiar with winter, but also the Cape Town winter is associated with a lot of raining. So that means you're not going to be able to do most of some of the activities that you plan to do in Cape Town. But as well in the end, the last week of July, if not mistaken, the Table Mountain cable car is closed for maintenance. So things like that you're not going to be able to experience some of the things. So you should be careful. But I would like to say you should avoid December and January because this is the high peak season because it's summer, and keeping in mind Cape Town is not just an international tourist destination, but it's also a destination for the locals, people in South Africa. So December and January, things are hectic. Cape Town is hectic. It's expensive, a lot of queues in most of the places that you want to go. It's not enjoyable, I must say. So I would suggest something like March, April. It's just coming from summer, going into winter, but as well there are two very big activities that you might want to check on first, which is the Cape Town Cycle Tour, but as well as the 2 Ocean Marathons. So just try to check on the dates on when are these things are happening in that particular time that you're going so that you just don't get into the crowds. So that's the best season. So I would say March, April, September, October should be fine. Transportation, how are you going to get to Cape Town? So this depends with your comfortability and the group number of people that are planning to take this trip. So if you're one person, I would suggest you could just fly with budget airlines. Budget airlines are cheaper. I'm speaking something like Mango, I'm speaking something like Kulula, and I've flown with these 2 airlines before, and they're they do the work. You get there. You know, they're not going to give things like snacks on the way, but you're going to get there. And it's something around $650 could be a one-way. So you should look on them. But also they do have cheap deals now and then, so be on the lookout. But the other thing is avoid flying between Friday and Sunday because it's hectic. It's pricey because most people live in Cape Town but work in Joburg. So between Friday and Sunday, they're usually flying from their home or flying to work. So juggle that. But then you could use a bus. There are different buses. It's 18 hours to Cape Town from Joburg. Intercape goes 4 times a week. Translux, which is cheaper, but it only goes once a day. 4 times a day and once a day. And it goes around 440 Rand or 400. So yeah, but you could also drive to Cape Town. It's a 14-hour drive. So if you're in a bigger group and you have a car, I think driving could be a better option. You get to see the scenery and enjoy the trip more. You could stop by in the way or just like drive all the way out to Cape Town. So transportation, roger there. Accommodation. So if you're a solo traveler, I've also wanted to try, but I think hostels are not really practical in African countries, but in Cape Town there really are. There are a lot of hostels, which is the cheapest accommodation you could get, but also you get to meet other people. So if that's your type of vibe, I would really suggest you should go for hostels. There are a lot of hostels, especially in Long Street in that area. So you should look on that, but there are a lot of Airbnbs. So maybe you should just be on the look on where you want to stay. So you should look on places like Sea Point, Green Point, Waterfront and the Parliament or the town area, because most of the things, your accommodation is very important because it's from your accommodation where you'll be leaving from to go to different touristic activities. So the closer you stay to those places, the better, because you're going to be saving money for transportation. So I would say look on Green Point, Sea Point, just look on waterfront, Long Street. I would really recommend around that area because that's where most of the places or things, activities are. So just be on the lookout of your accommodation. But there are options of hostels, Airbnbs. Hotels are a bit pricey, so I would like to not recommend them. So yeah, I did a tour of a $90 hotel that I stayed in Cape Town once. You can check that out. But also I did a tour of a 25 apartment I stayed in also. So you can just check that. I'm gonna put the links to the different accommodations I've stayed and you can decide, but hotels are no go zone. So the other thing I'm gonna talk about how you're gonna be moving around and food, the most important thing. So I'm gonna say you should really avoid restaurants like high-end, like fine dining restaurants because they're expensive. So I'm gonna suggest a couple places that I've been to. I've been to different places in Long Street. I really think you should explore Long Street a lot because it has a lot of small cafes, and when I say small, I mean just they're not small, but also the prices are friendly. And around that area, I've done a couple video like me trying the Great Gatsby. That place is also cheap, but also different places in the Long Street area and around. You can get a lot of fast food things. Also in the waterfront the other day, I had like a hot dog. So I mean, you just need to eat something to survive. So, but I really recommend to try the Great Gatsby at Mariam's place because it's like a way to get the local feel, if it makes sense. So you should try that one. But the other thing I'm going to talk is transportation around. So if you stay in the right place in Cape Town is walkable. Like you could walk, and I think that's the better way to feel the area. So I would really suggest you could just walk around one place to another. When it's really necessary, you can catch an Uber. It's very cheap because the distances are all usually very, very small. But they also have public transport that I haven't used yet. They have a bus, but I think it's only, I would recommend it if you're staying for a longer period, like 2 weeks, so that you can just use your time to understand the routes and everything and the schedules. But otherwise, trust me, Cape Town is safe, I can say, compared to Joburg. I wouldn't recommend walking around in Joburg, but you could wander around in Cape Town, I think. I mean, speaking from my experience, you can, but also just Uber around now and then for longer distances, which are very few times you need to Uber, believe me. So I'm gonna cover things to do for free. So as much as Cape Town is considered expensive, I really think Cape Town can only be expensive if you want it to be. So there are a lot of free things to do. First of all, you can explore the Long Street. I mean, I think I'm obsessed with Long Street. I'm gonna do a video for Long Street. It's just the street you want to go. It has everything. It has the culture, it has the vibes, it has the bars, it has the restaurants. It literally has everything. Places to buy souvenir and stuff. So Long Street, number one, it's free to explore the area. You can buy things if you want to and if you have the money to. The other thing, you can go on Bokab. It's where the colored houses are and stuff. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's also a free place. You can just go, take pictures, Instagrammable pictures, the most Instagrammable place as well. Just be careful because there's some grab and runs, I'm told. So be careful on that. Be on the lookout of your things. So just be well handled while you're taking your pictures. So that's the second thing. But the other thing is you can go to the waterfront. The waterfront is amazing. I've been there almost every day that I've been to Cape Town because it's just amazing. It has the beach. I mean, it's a waterfront. So, you know, it has all the boats, all the people. There are a lot different acts of people dancing and stuff. So there's always entertainment, some form of entertainment that you would love and enjoy for free. Waterfront. If you're a person with good physique or you're a person that wouldn't mind hiking, you can hike Lion's Head. I've hiked it every time I've been there. Early mornings, beautiful sunrise. You can hike it in the evening for the sunset, but I'm not really sure about that. The other thing that you could do for free, you could watch the beautiful sunset at Sea Point. So the sunsets are amazing. I did a video of it, but I didn't upload it, so I'm just gonna put clips here and there to just show you how the beautiful how beautiful the sunset is in Cape Town. So those are among the free things I know you can do, but there are also things you could do for less than 100 Rand or just 100 Rand. Boat cruise, 30 minutes boat cruise, worth it. If you're a student, I would like to say just take your student card with you because there are a lot of student deals in most touristic things. But also if you want to go to the wine farms and things, because it's very tricky to get there. So I would say you should use something like the Red Bus tour. You know that one, the touristic red bus tour. So you pay something like 200, then they drop you in different places, and I think it's really worth it. So yeah, you can do that. But otherwise, let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this video. I mean, if you have been with me till this time, how about subscribing to my channel? How do you feel about that? So please subscribe to my channel, follow me on my other social media platforms as well. Please don't forget to comment down below if you've been to Cape Town, you're planning to go to Cape Town. Was this video helpful, or you know any other tips and tricks of balling on a budget in Cape Town? Please let us know in the comment section below. We'll be very grateful to hear from you guys. Otherwise, yeah, thank you so much for having me, guys.